The Bride of the Cursed Lake. Chapter 7. The Chapel of the Drowned Bride. Part 3. I broke and staggered back. The chapel, the mist, the shadow of what was and what would be. My mind was not ready, and neither were my limbs. They gave way, not in flight, but in surrender. I collapsed, and with the collapse came the truth. The air blurred past, cold and angry. I couldn't keep it in my lungs, couldn't keep it anywhere. It broke free and left me gasping on the chapel floor, clutching at dust and stone and the terrible hole inside me. I let it all slip through my hands. I lay there, flesh falling to dust, bones to dust, thoughts to dust. When I opened my eyes, I saw the lights slow drowning, saw the thick gray sky swallow the pale of morning, saw the walls that held me in. Was I still in the chapel? I felt the hard line of stone against my spine. My limbs too far away, too many miles from home. I was where I had started, where I always started. Aina, 1,000 miles away, or right beside me, or nowhere at all. The water filled my eyes. The tears came slow, but they came. The same soft dark lay around me. The same thick air hung in my lungs. My head throbbed with the weight of itself, and I let it ache, as if pain could free me. It didn't. Each gasp took hours. Each hour was a year. I pulled myself from the floor and to my feet, a ghost of me in every motion. The chapel swam with pale light, and I swam with it. The walls echoed what the walls had always known, the names of those who couldn't keep their loved ones, the names of those who couldn't let them go. I tried to name the names, but only hers remained. Anna. Her name cut through the rest. It grew louder, a blade at my throat. The room closed in, tighter with every syllable. Not enough to hold me, just enough to break me. I leaned against the altar, needing its steadiness, needing more than I had. It was too smooth, and my hand slipped from its touch, slipped from stone to air. My legs gave out and left me slumped in the center aisle, the place for prayers and penitence. I had neither, and I had both. When my head cleared, my vision did not. The colors swirled and blurred, slow, then fast, then gone. I caught only glimpses, traces. They moved without me. A faster life, 1,000 faster lives. I turned with them, hoping to see more, hating all I saw. Anna's ghost, Anna's voice, Anna's soft, forever absent eyes. Jenkins's words found their way in again. They built a nest inside my chest. The cycle, he had said, some remain. Some. Each word was the cracking of bone, I shut my eyes, but the painted figures waited for me. They waited. And when I looked again, they moved to greet me. Each one stepped out from where I left it. Each had a new place, an old face. I felt them press against me. They circled, closed in, took me with them. Time folded itself, creased itself, collapsed inward. I was with the painted women, with their soft, tender lines. Below them, dark forms writhed, twisted echoes of swans, tethered between shapes, trapped in the ache of becoming. "It doesn't stop," he said. "Not ever." The painted walls pulsed, breathing with their own haunted life. I saw them expand, contract. I saw them split apart. Saw the story unfold, then fold back in, smaller each time. Small enough for one man to carry. Small enough to slip in a pocket and leave behind the way she'd left. Anna. I saw her in each stroke, saw her steps to the water's edge, not toward freedom, but toward the hunger waiting there, toward the shape the lake would force upon her. Jenkins's words. The curse takes what you love most. The silence takes the rest. I heard it take the old man, heard it take his voice from the other side of something. Not ready, he'd said. None of you. But it wasn't true. I was ready to hurt, ready to go where the hurting took me, to hold her name where I could still hear it. Anna. She had been leaving long before she left. I was the one caught, the one tied. I was the one with too much. My breath broke. I let it. The curse takes what you love most, and if you refuse to let go, it'll come for you too. Jenkins's voice came from underwater. The lake needs more. I gave the chapel my own voice. Anna, Anna, it is already chosen. The walls were water. I was water. I flowed with them. I sank to a pew and closed my eyes, but there was no hiding in the dark. Only Anna, only her light. A single white feather, a single golden band. The chapel seemed to crack at its foundations, and the lake was there, inside the walls, inside me, everywhere at once. I saw Jenkins's shape at the edge of the vision, fighting the current as if trying to hold back the inevitable. His arms strained too long, his frame warped by sorrow and years of standing too close to the water. Eliza. His voice barely reached me. His grief shaped him, marked him. I could see it in the way his body leaned toward the pull of the lake, half gone already. And then Anna. Her name rose in my throat, sharp, cutting. I called for her, but the name fell heavy, sinking before it reached the surface. Every time I spoke it, she seemed further away, dissolving into the mist, into the water. The more I called, the more the silence answered back. No echo, no reply, only the ripple of the water and the weight of her absence pressing down on me, relentless. The lake had her now, and the lake never gives back. Jenkins was the echo now. Some nights I hear her voice in the wind. Some nights I see her swimming. She's still calling, still waiting. And I remember Jenkins's voice over and over. It'll come for you too. And I ran toward the curse. Or maybe the promise. It wasn't far. The lake. I would be there soon.